In the depths of Russia, a mysterious figure emerged, shrouded in darkness and deceit. His name was Grigori Rasputin, a faith healer with an otherworldly aura. But behind the mystique, a sinister force lurked, pulling the strings of power and manipulating the fate of empires. As we delve into the shadows, the truth begins to unravel, revealing a web of secrets and lies that would change the course of history forever. Rasputin's rise to power was nothing short of meteoric, as he captivated the Russian royal family with his charisma and alleged healing abilities. But rumors of his darker side began to circulate, hinting at a life of debauchery and deceit. As his influence grew, so did the suspicion that he was not what he seemed. The Tsarina, Alexandra, was particularly drawn to him, sparking whispers of an illicit affair. The line between faith and fanaticism began to blur, and the fate of the Romanov dynasty hung in the balance. Rasputin's presence seemed to draw the very fabric of reality into a dark and mysterious vortex. The Russian people were both fascinated and terrified by his enigmatic presence. As Rasputin's power grew, so did the number of those seeking to bring him down. A complex web of intrigue and deception unfolded, with spies, assassins, and corrupt officials all playing their part. The Russian nobility, fearful of his influence, began to conspire against him. But Rasputin seemed to always be one step ahead, using his cunning and charm to outmaneuver his enemies. The stakes were high, and the players were willing to do whatever it took to emerge victorious. In this deadly game of cat and mouse, the fate of Russia hung precariously in the balance. Rasputin's ability to evade death seemed almost supernatural, fueling the rumors of his alleged mystical powers. As World War I raged on, Russia's economy and military were on the brink of collapse. The people were growing restless, and the revolutionaries were sensing their chance to strike. Rasputin, with his perceived mystical powers, seemed to be the only one who could calm the stormy waters. But his influence was a double-edged sword, and his enemies began to circle, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The Bolsheviks, led by Vladimir Lenin, saw Rasputin as a symbol of the corrupt monarchy and his downfall as a crucial step towards their own rise to power. The threads of fate were weaving together, forming a complex tapestry of conspiracy and deception. Rasputin's fate was inextricably linked to that of the Romanov dynasty. The night of December 29, 1916, would go down in history as the night of Rasputin's brutal assassination. A group of conspirators, led by Prince Felix Yusupov, had been planning the perfect murder for months. But as the events of that fateful night unfolded, it became clear that nothing was as it seemed. Rasputin's death was a catalyst for the events that would follow, setting in motion a chain reaction that would change the course of Russian history forever. The circumstances surrounding his death were shrouded in mystery, and the official story has been disputed to this day. The truth, much like Rasputin himself, remains elusive. In the aftermath of Rasputin's death, the Russian monarchy began to crumble. The Tsar, Nicholas II, was forced to abdicate, and the Bolsheviks seized power. The Romanov family was brutally murdered, and a new era of darkness descended upon Russia. The shadow of Rasputin, however, continued to loom large, a reminder of the corrupting influence of power and the dangers of blind fanaticism. The consequences of his actions, and those of his enemies, would be felt for generations to come. The Russian people were left to pick up the pieces and wonder what could have been if the course of events had unfolded differently. Rasputin's legacy is a complex and multifaceted one, full of contradictions and paradoxes. He was a faith healer and a charlatan, a mystic and a sensualist. His influence on Russian history is undeniable, but the true nature of his power and his motivations remain shrouded in mystery. As we reflect on his life and death, we are left with more questions than answers. What secrets did he take to his grave, and what secrets remain hidden to this day? The enigma of Rasputin continues to fascinate and intrigue us, a reminder that the truth is often more complex and nuanced than we care to admit. The official story of Rasputin's death has been disputed for decades, with many believing that the truth was deliberately concealed. The Russian government, eager to distance themselves from the scandal, may have actively worked to suppress the facts. But as we dig deeper, it becomes clear that the truth is far more complex and sinister than we ever could have imagined. The threads of conspiracy and deception are woven together, forming a complex tapestry of lies and half-truths. The truth, much like Rasputin himself, remains elusive and shrouded in mystery. As we conclude our journey into the shadowy world of Rasputin, we are left with a profound sense of unease and uncertainty. The truth, much like the man himself, remains shrouded in mystery and intrigue. But one thing is certain: the legacy of Rasputin will continue to haunt us, a reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the corrupting influence of fanaticism. The darkness that surrounded him continues to fascinate and intrigue us, a testament to the enduring power of the human imagination. As we gaze into the abyss, we are forced to confront the darkness that lies within ourselves and the secrets that we keep hidden. As we emerge from the shadows, we are left with more questions than answers. The truth about Rasputin remains a mystery, a reminder that the past is always more complex and nuanced than we care to admit. The darkness that surrounded him continues to fascinate and intrigue us, a testament to the enduring power of the human imagination. But as we gaze into the abyss, we are forced to confront the darkness that lies within ourselves and the secrets that we keep hidden. The legacy of Rasputin will continue to haunt us, a reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the corrupting influence of fanaticism. Was Rasputin a mystic or a madman? Share your thoughts in the comments below.